I must say, folks, I am really excited. Really excited. It's just for quite a while. I actually really talked about doing something like this. Normally, last time I've been on to California when I was stationed in the Marines, but just to be able to help so many people on YouTube and locally, but then now to be branching out and actually physically going to help some people who see me on YouTube and stuff like that is very humbling and just thankful in general about it. But you see, we got all our stuff packed up. Let me get my medicine to take with me. And that's why I always pack early, so I make sure I'm not forgetting anything, but we should be good to go. And yeah, let's head over to the airport. Hey, good morning, everybody. We are here in California. Yay. I am getting ready to head down and get some breakfast real quick. And then we're going to be catching up at the church for a fun-packed day of training and doing an on-site and all this other wonderful stuff. Turn all these lights off that I have. A fun-filled day. But like I said, we're gonna go get some breakfast real quick downstairs, and we'll be packing up and heading over to the church. So let's go. Alrighty, we are here, so yay! So we went from a meeting to now we're actually getting some stuff done here. Got some other folks here. We're gonna set up a different switch down here, and we're gonna get these cameras set up, and we're just looking at changing a lot of stuff here to up there the quality that's coming from the TVs right now, and give them some good suggestions on what else can be done for their system and their production. All right, folks, so we had a very, very exciting day. We're getting ready to do a recap of maybe a multi-phase type of transformation here at the ministry. We're going to be sitting down and getting ready to draw out everything what we're going to do, and then probably going to be coming back out here later in the month to try and get everything set in place. When I get in front of my computer, we'll do kind of like what we normally do with Draw.io and draw out everything that we're going to implement from a phase one standpoint. But I'm getting ready to draw this up on the board for them while everybody's here, and then we'll go from there. Hey folks, so very exciting, productive day. Sorry for the lighting. I have no overhead lighting and I didn't bring that with me. I wanted to walk through what we are doing. We're going to be heading back out here at the end of the month to install and put in place everything that we walked through and designed for them today. So let's go ahead and cut over to my computer here. And let's go ahead and design this system. All right, so we got Draw.io here, and I'm in the hotel room, so that's why I don't have this normally the way it is, but let's go ahead and design this. All right, so, and where am I gonna save this to? Let's save it to here, St. Matthew's Baptist Church. All right, so let's go ahead and, no, I don't want it on the desktop right now. Let's go ahead and design what they got. Right now they have two systems. One is fairly decent. It's an Intel i7 with 12 gigs of memory, and it has a GTX 1650. We're going to be leveraging that. We're going to be, and then the other system, the presentation system, is an i5 that is running Easy Worship, an older version of Easy Worship that is not performing very well, only because I say that is because they play video from it, and it seems like the video is slow when it's played back on the TVs. So we're just going to bump the processing power up to that. So we're going to do two custom PCs. They ended up going with the ATEM Mini Extreme ISO. And that way it gives them more flexibility in recording, double outputs, all that other fun, cool stuff. So let me, can I turn this light to the side here? Does that give me some better light? Yeah, I don't know. Just leaning on my box of sushi here. All right, so let's go ahead and kind of design what they have right now. So they have two computers. So this is streaming PC, and this is presentation PC. So we are helping them with segmenting out everything so that right now, if anything happens, they have some more power, which is kind of what they got right now, but it's kind of being underutilized. Well, not underutilized, is I think that there's an issue with the software. So they are using Livestream, which is owned by Vimeo, but they have the package under Livestream, and it was a couple of things. They're using Livestream Producer, which was forcing them by choice or by mistake or whatever, that it was streaming at normal, which was using 446 kilobits per second for their video bitrate. So their resolution was coming out to 288p, and it was very, very, very low quality. When we pushed it up to the max of Livestream Producer, it was forcing the system to max out as 1600 by 7 something. I can't remember what the resolution is, but it wasn't, it was just barely over 720p. So what we're going to do tomorrow, Sunday, is we got vMix and we have OBS downloaded. We're just going to use OBS as a stand-in to force it to use the highest resolution that we possibly can, because even, like I said, every time we change producer, to the higher resolution, it still wasn't doing 1080p. It would not let us push towards that. So just bypassing that completely. We're just going to use OBS for right now, and maybe ultimately vMix, but that's what we're going to do. They have a Panasonic video switcher that I feel is over and underpowered based off of what they're doing, meaning that it was probably pricey when they got it, but they're not utilizing everything, and then just other stuff has came out that gives the same function but better functionality than what they're using right now. So that is going to be replaced, like I said, with the A10 Mini Extreme ISO, because I talked to them about the same reason why I got the ISO is that thinking future, start doing weddings or funerals or something like that with multiple forms of recording, you want to have a backup just in case, since it's recording the main program out, and it's also recording every single thing that's being captured between that. Now they have two great cameras. They have two 4K Panasonic cameras, very nice cameras, and it has SDI built into it and everything, so more than enough for what they need. So you know, those cameras honestly don't need to be replaced anytime soon. Cam 1, Cam 2. Now the advantage of what they currently use has SDI out, so nothing is really needed. But since we're using the A10 Mini ISO, it requires a converter. So we're gonna have some SDI to HDMI converters, 2 of them. And I'm gonna keep it close to the camera here just to make it easier. And we'll connect that one here, and then it's going to go HDMI into there, HDMI into there, and then our presentation system is going to have HDMI into there. All right, and then obviously we're going to have our sound. And that's what I need to look at tomorrow, because I didn't see the type of connection cable that's needed to connect that into the A10. So we'll just have that sound mixer. It's an analog mixer, which is perfectly fine. That's going to be connected into the A10 Mini ISO. Now we're going to have the A10 Mini ISO connected to the streaming PC over USB. Let's do that in red, and I didn't color code any of these. So we'll do blue for HDMI, black for SDI. All right. Now they also want to use a stage display for the praise team and for pastor to see, so all the announcements and everything like that can be displayed that way. Now that is going to be connected directly as a wireless HDMI output from the presentation system into this. So the system we're going to use, we need to have 3 display outs. So I need to do a little investigating to see if I can find another graphics card, maybe an RX 550 or something like that, that's affordable to give us our 3 outputs. All right. So the main system is one. The other one is a the input that's going into the A10 Mini Extreme ISO, and then the other one is going to be connected to the HDMI wireless. Now typically I would want to wire it, but I didn't show any pictures of the attic and everything like this. I don't know what's going to be up there, so that's why this is the easy fix. And the stage display is going to be text only, so it's not like it needs to be in sync. It's just going to display words, so that should be fine to do. So this is going to be connected to here wirelessly. So let's change this line to blue, but we're going to have a dotted line. Simulate wireless, if you get the point. All right. So we'll call this stage display. All right, what else we got? Now they also have a video distribution that's going going in there right now. So what we need to do is, and actually let's copy this because this is the point of this. And I spelled stage wrong. All right, so we have another monitor that's going to be for the multi-view. That's going to be HDMI 1 out. Then the other HDMI out is going to go into a HDMI to SDI converter. And the assumption is possible that we are going to convert their current RG6 cables that are in the wall with coax connections and convert that over to SDI cables. Worst case scenario, we might have to pull everything all over again into the area, so we would have to crawl into an attic. Yay. So this would be a SDI distribution. That'll come into here, and then we got a bunch of TVs, 4 at least. Actually, I should have shrunk these before I made copies here. Alright, and then each one of these is going to have an SDI to HDMI converter on each one. So we'll run that to each one. And again, this shouldn't be very taxing because all we're technically going to do is change the distribution. So it's most likely a coax splitter, and we're going to convert the cable with an adapter. Either we're going to crimp it with a BNC connector, or we can get a F connector to BNC connector adapter, either one. And that's just a test. Hopefully it does work. If it doesn't, then we're going to have to pull cable and do something different, or we might even look into doing an HDMI distribution possible, something like that. Now, we also suggested, not right now, but in the future, to go with some PTZ cameras on the wall. So because right now they have one person that's controlling everything, so they have those very nice cameras on dollies, but they're just placed in one position right before service, and there's really not that much adjustment done to this. Now the other thing with this is the Sunday that they want me to come out is going to be the first Sunday that they're opening back up to allow other people to register to come into the sanctuary, which I think is very ingenious to do that. To register, so that way they know exactly how many people are going to be here every Sunday, so they can stay within the limit and all that other cool stuff. So this is what we proposed. Everything else, the 2 systems, I'm actually going to have all the parts shipped out to the church, and I'm going to come out, and instead of building it and shipping it or putting it on a plane and shipping it, I'm going to have all the parts sent to them, and I'm going to build it on site, the computers on site, and then go from there. Now, another thing that I'm not listing here is we're going to clean up that whole area. John, the other guy, the consultant that was there, he's going to rewire all the audio, lights and everything, and clean up that area. So when I come in, the whole media booth area has been cleaned up. We're going to drill a hole down in the desk, put in a triple monitor stand. So all 3 monitors, new monitors, because all their monitors are old, we're going to replace all of them, are going to be updated. One for one for each of the new PCs that we're building, and then another one is going to be the multi-view. So they're going to be on 3 arms right there. Maybe put the multi-view in the center. I don't know. It doesn't really matter which one we go with, but that's what we're going to have in place. So I need to make sure I'm going to take the 1650 out of the streaming PC and put that in there. Or worst case scenario, I can do it in reverse. I can put the 1650 in the presentation PC, and then we have our outputs, all 3, and then I can go with what I typically would go with, maybe a GT710, or maybe even a GT1030, something like that, which isn't really needed from a power standpoint, because the CPU is going to be handling all the streaming, so the CPU is going to be way more powerful than what they have right now. But we have some playroom to go with. And then found out that somebody there at the church works at NVIDIA. So that's awesome. Maybe we can get some graphics cards or something, maybe an employee discount or something like that. Maybe. But that's what we got. I'm going to list down below in the description of everything that we're going to go with. Yeah, and I'm really excited about it. First off, that somebody actually invited me all the way out here to California, and then able to help them with their ministry and expand out some extra possibilities. Then we're going to be back out here to install, and we're going to be flying into San Francisco. And one of my biggest dreams was to see the Golden Gate Bridge. So I will have more than enough time to go and see that, maybe see that when I'm flying in, take a little bit of time to spin around and go see that. But yeah, I'm really excited about this whole thing, and we just got a lot of extra awesome stuff here, and so thankful that to go from this YouTube channel of being able to just put some videos together for my media ministry, for it to be to where it is right now. And I'm excited about bigger and better things coming. Really appreciate St. Matthew's and Lakita for inviting me out. Really appreciate it. Looking forward to helping them grow and expand their media ministry, as well as just ministry in general, on how many options this is going to open up for them. So yeah, link is in the description to everything that we're going to do, and I will obviously bring y'all back out here with me when we actually do the install. So thank you so much. If you like this type of content, I appreciate a like. Consider subscribing and hit that bell. That way you get notified when we come out with other videos to help modernize your media ministry. I want to thank the patrons for making this video possible. Their names on the screen right now, and you too can become a patron for as little as $1 a month, or you can become a YouTube member by clicking the join button below. No matter which way you pick, folks, you are helping us train media ministries all over the world. Thanks for watching, folks. This is AJ, and we will see you on the next video. Later.